When doing research, you usually begin by thinking about your topic in a big picture way, and then narrowing your topic to focus on a specific aspect of the big picture concept. Advanced research follows a similar path. In this tutorial, you will learn the strategies for starting big, ending small, and searching smart. The topics we're going to use in this tutorial is public education programs are tools for preventing forest fires. Before we get started, we want to identify key terms that best describe our research topic. Academic databases, like the ones housed in GALILEO, use a controlled vocabulary that relies on the use of key terms or subjects for providing search results. So it is essential that you put a lot of thought into the keywords that you use. Our topic, public education programs are tools for preventing forest fires, is too broad to search as a key term or terms. So let's break it up by identifying our main subject. Let's use public education programs and forest fire prevention as our initial search terms. Navigate to the advanced search feature. We recommend that you use the advanced search feature because it is a visual reminder to break your topic up into multiple key terms. You can also use the advanced search feature to add additional limiters before you submit your search request. We will discuss limiters in the future. Now we will enter our search terms into the search boxes. Another feature that I'd like to point out is that when you are typing in keywords into the EBSCO databases, ProQuest databases, or into the Galileo Discover page, EBSCO will recommend keywords to you. So if you begin to type in your topic, just go ahead and make note of the suggested keywords that they make below. You can just write them down. You don't have to use them right away, but definitely make a note of them. These could be new keywords that you use later on to narrow down your results. Before you look at the title of your results, scroll down and on the left-hand side, make a note of this Limit To section. These are the limiters. You want to limit to full text to remove any resource that you do not have immediate access to. You also can limit by scholarly peer-reviewed journals. Peer review means that a group of peers who are experts in this subject area reviewed the article before it was published in the journal. You can also limit by publication date. This is especially useful if you're researching in an area like science, health, and education, who always recommend 5 to 7 year publication date limiters. But in general, if you're looking for more recent publications, you can limit to within the last 10 years. Note that all limiters can be removed at any time, so if you're not finding what you need using the limiters that you've put in place, you can always remove one to open your results up. But the goal of using limiters is to reduce your results significantly. So as you can see at the top, we are now at 7,000 results. We want to continue to add limiters to reduce those results. So under type, we can limit to academic journals or books, depending on what the requirement is by your professor or faculty person, or just to limit your results. In this case, we'll limit to academic journals. You can also limit by journal. So if you are familiar with journal titles and you know that you want to use specific journal titles, then you can do that. You can also limit by the subjects that they recommend to you, like climate change or environmental protection. You also want to make a note of the subjects that they recommend to you. If you notice that there is a subject term that they're using here that you might want to use as a key term in the future, you should write it down now so that you can use later. A key term we might use later is environmental protection. You can also limit by language. So if you do not read or speak another language, you might limit to English only. And you can also limit by geography. Not all records are tagged with a geographic location, but some are. So this would really limit our results to anything that's tagged United States. So maybe we want to hold off on that for now, but in the future, if you want to specifically look at articles that have been tagged as being from the United States, then you do that there. So now that we've applied those limiters, we've reduced our results by 1,000 since we last checked. We'll start to look at the titles that we're providing. So if you've decided that a title looks of interest to you, make sure you select the title and explore the detailed record page. It is important that you do not trust an article or a book by its title. You should always read the abstract first. Titles can be deceiving. Abstracts are very informational. If you are looking for an empirical article, typically in the abstract, you'll be able to figure out if the article is empirical or not straight from the abstract. In the detailed record, you'd also find recommended subjects or subjects that have been assigned to this particular article. So if you know that you found an article that is on topic and useful for you, you'll also check out the subjects that they recommend here and see if you've not used any of them yet. The reason why is because other articles on the similar topic might be tagged with these keywords. And if you haven't used them yet, then you'll want to use them later as you revise your research strategy. While you're doing your research, you'll want to make sure to use the tools that are provided to you through Galileo. You can add articles to your folder and send them to yourself later. So if you're working on collecting a lot of research at one time, this is a useful tool. And you can also email articles to yourself. Galileo also gives you the option to cite resources. However, I do recommend that you verify that the citation that's provided by Galileo is correct before you use it. In some cases, the title may be formatted incorrectly, or it may be missing the DOI or URL. So depending on the citation style you are using, you should always double check and make sure that the citation that you're being provided is the correct citation. So we've decided this is a good article. We will go ahead and add it to our folder. So really what you want to do after you've identified additional keywords, if you've found any keywords that you think are useful to your research, you can go ahead and add them to the search that you're currently doing, or trade them out for other keywords that you've been using. And you want to continue this strategy over and over again until you exhaust all your key terms on your topic area. This may sound like a lot of work, but if you do that and you also use these limiters, you should be able to reduce your results enough to make it manageable. But this is what advanced research is all about. Another strategy for doing advanced research is researching by specific databases. And to do that, in Galileo, they have put together a list of databases by subject. So for our subject, public education programs are tools for preventing forest fires, we might use agriculture and agribusiness. We might look for the topic geography and cartography. So we have a lot of options. So you really want to think about your subject matter, and you can explore numerous subject areas if you're not finding what you need in the first one you use. So I'm just going to use agriculture and agribusiness. So on this list are databases that are recommended by Galileo for your topic area. Some of them are broader than others. For example, Academic Search Complete is broader than something like Agricola. But Academic Search Complete is smaller than using the main Galileo search box. So the main Galileo search box searches all resources that are available through Galileo. When you search by database, then you are searching within smaller databases that are housed by Galileo. Something else you want to look out for is who hosts those databases. So Galileo's database is hosted by EBSCOhost. So Academic Search Complete is also hosted by EBSCOhost. So as you do your research, you want to make sure that you are using a variety of databases that are hosted by a variety of hosts. So for example, you might use Academic Search Complete, but you also want to make sure that you're using a ProQuest database as well, like Agriculture Science database. So we will use Academic Search Complete as our example. And we're going to select the Advanced Search option here as well, because it reminds us that we should break up our topic into multiple keywords. So we're going to look for public education programs. And forest fire prevention. So we can use the same limiters as before. EBSCO, because this is an EBSCOhost database, means that it's built the same way that the Galileo database is. So we want to limit to full text again, and it looks like we're already down to 8 results. That's a significant decrease than the results that we saw when we searched in Galileo itself. This is much more manageable than the thousands of results that we received in Galileo. So this is why we recommend that after you've started big, you start to move smaller in the resources that you're using and the databases that you're using, so that it's more manageable for you. But in order for you to get to that manageable stage, you do need to explore resources so that you can identify keywords that will narrow your results down to this level. Thank you for following along with this advanced research tutorial. For more tutorials or to make an appointment with a librarian, please visit the Library Tools page in Canvas, or contact the TU Library at tulibrary@thomasu.edu.